Welcome everyone to this year's Milner Symposium. Wonderful to see so many of you here in person and many familiar faces around. This meeting is designed to bring academia and industry together, which is the modus operandi of our institute's mission to deliver therapies. So our institute is only 4.5 years old. 2 of those were in COVID, but now we're in full swing and expanding. We have at the Jeffrey Chia, our headquarters at the Jeffrey Chia Biomedical Center are fully occupied. We're now looking for space to extend and expand our frameshift bioincubator. We have now a presence in the center of town with Milner Labs at the Gurdon Institute. We have a new arrayed functional genomics capability under construction in collaboration with AstraZeneca and the MRC. So many exciting new developments, which Cathy will tell you in a moment. Now, Cathy is our executive director. She's been with us for a year now. She has a wealth of experience and expertise in academia, business, and pharma, so we are extremely lucky to have her with us. And before I get off stage, I'd like to extend my massive thanks to the Milner team that worked so hard to get us where we are today. They are an exceptional set of people who are fully committed to our mission to make a difference to people's lives. So thank you to all of the Milner Institute. So now I'm going to pass you over to Cathy Tralau-Stewart. Cathy.
Thank you, Tony. It's great to see everyone here and to welcome you to the Milner Symposium. It's great to have a lot of people online as well, so welcome everyone. So I'm going to tell you about the Milner and what we've been doing this year, and I want to start firstly, though, to highlight that Tony was knighted in the King's birthday honours very recently, and congratulations, Tony, and well done. Okay, so the Milner is all about therapeutics discovery, and as everyone in this room knows, it really does take a team to do. Now, whether that team is all in as it used to be, a big pharma company and within the walls of that big pharma company, or whether it's actually the wider thing. And now I think it's quite clear that partnerships between the different sectors are absolutely a requirement to get things from really early lab work to later lab work and then through to patients. So research translation takes multiple players from the laboratory through to patients. Now, the really clever bit is getting these groups to collaborate properly together to make this happen. And the Milner Therapeutics Institute's intention and goal is to be a catalyst, a driver forming dynamic partnerships to unlock the power of emerging discoveries and to galvanize science into life-changing treatments. And I'll tell you how we are doing this at the moment, but we will continue to look for new ways to do that. So the Milner has 3 pillars. I think a lot of people have 3 pillars at the moment, but we do have 3 pillars, and everything we're doing at the moment works within them. And it's all with the aim of driving research into therapies by connecting people and moving projects forward. So we can start with the pharma collaboration platform, then go on to the company formation pipeline and the in-house research. So this is our big pharma consortium. Over the last few years, we've been working with 14 big pharma companies and 3 academic institutions. So that's the whole of the University of Cambridge, the Wellcome Sangha, and the Abraham Institute. All of these people have signed an overarching agreement with the Milner and with Cambridge so that projects can be enabled across them. It makes it easier to do projects in this space and do them faster. But alongside that, we have another often forgotten group, actually, but it's bigger. We have 70 affiliated companies in our affiliate consortium. These consist of CROs, service people, people with new targets, new technologies, everything. And I think this is a really important ecosystem that we can make more of, increasing connections, and we're working on how we can increase the connections across this piece, but also with the big pharma as well. So welcome all of you in the affiliates to the symposium as well. So the pharma consortium has so far done over 40 collaborative consortium projects across our space. We've raised 12 million in research funding. We have an annual call, and I think this is a really important bit, where the companies, the big pharma companies, actually choose to tell us about things that they really would love to partner on and to know more about and to work with academics on. We use them to find partnerships, bring them in, discuss them, and hopefully move quite a few of them forward. And we've got a lot of them discussions ongoing at the moment. Another thing that's a foundation for what we do with the consortium is that we run industry workshops around specific areas, which is actually a really fun scientific discussion between academics, industry experts, and sometimes key opinion leaders as well, to actually try and work out how we do something, how we focus on, what targets we focus on in specific areas. These are really fun discussions, and I recommend to all of the consortium partners. So the consortium work is run, the collaborations and consortium is run by Alison Short in the front here. And now we move on to the frameshift companies. So this is our pipeline for companies. This is run by Alexandra Huna. And in JCBC, the biomedical campus, we have currently 7 companies. These are small pre-seed companies or seed companies that are coming with an idea and need to work on to actually prove their basic concept. They might grow up to a size where they have 8 lab benches within the Milner. They share office space, they share lab equipment and lab space, and it helps them move in this really early growth phase. But when they get bigger, we don't have room for them. And so this year, as Tony mentioned, we did actually open our first hub, which is actually based in the Gurdon Institute in central Cambridge, and Shift Biosciences has moved into that for its next growth stage. We hope to have another couple of these in next year or so. We also so far have 2 companies that have graduated from the Milner group and Frameshift. That's Zap Therapeutics and Enhanced 3D Genomics. They've moved into spaces on the outskirts in science parks of Cambridge, still around Cambridge, I think, and they've got their Series A's, and they can grow bigger at that stage. So you see, this is a true incubator for companies. If you look at our Frameshift companies, in total, we've raised around about £58 million and created 109 jobs with 32 filed patents. The arrows on the right-hand side relate to the fact that all of these metrics have actually increased by this amount over this year. So things are going in the right direction. So Frameshift this year has done a lot of things. We've opened our City Centre hub, and Shift Biosciences, who have just completed their seed round are growing to 20 people in the Gurdon Institute. Alexandra has also, together with the Babraham, O2 Health Group, Illumina Ventures Lab, and Start Codon, has actually created a new a grouping called Founders Growth Community, which give masterclasses to founders and CEOs in the scale-up, commercialization, and growth phase. This is oversubscribed meetings to this, so it was obviously something that is needed and it increases. It's not just the Milner, it's way outside of that. All of the science parks and relevant companies come to that. We shouldn't forget that a lot of this started with Tony actually starting up BioSpark, which is also part of the Milner. This is still ongoing, it's doing really well. I think this year have 145 fellowships across 30 departments of the Cambridge University, 45 challenge-solving fellows working with industry partners, and 16 company seeding fellows, with 8 business ideas coming out of that. So this is a foundational program which really helps us to move projects and people and skills forward. The in-house research capabilities are growing and doing some really exciting things. So the Target Discovery Group, run by Erica Bello, is looking at complex in vitro models. And our aim is to use these complex models, human models mainly, for CRISPR screens, for target validation and understanding disease. The second group is run by Chen Wang, and this is the functional genomics group, which will, by the end of the year, be up and running, and I'll come back to this in a minute. The third group is Namshik Han's AI and ML group, and is identifying new therapies and new biomarkers using analysis of big data. This group, in-house research, is run by Nicola McCarthy. The Functional Genomics Screening Lab has taken some organization. This is a collaboration between the MRC, AstraZeneca, and the University of Cambridge, as in the Milner. It is a new state-of-the-art arrayed CRISPR screening laboratory. And its focus will be on complex models of disease, and this will be outside of oncology. Using primary cells, iPSC-derived models, and 3D cultures. It's a collaborative effort to identify novel genes and biology, which hopefully will help us to understand tissue development and disease etiology. So we will have most of the kit for this actually installed into the Milner as we head towards the end of the year. It's a big effort to do that. Most of the kit is now in England, I'm told, and stored away, ready to be brought into the laboratory. It is a call has already gone out. So if anyone has interesting multicellular disease in vitro models or tissue models, please do take a look at this, because it's an interesting way to understand your models and perhaps find some really interesting targets and understanding about the disease. So have a look at this. We're going to rolling call. So we're looking at the first applications now, but actually, you know, it'll keep rolling, and we'll hopefully get more and more models to help move forward. So the in-house group has developed, spent a lot of time developing this new collaboration, bringing people in. We now have our lead. We are recruiting for in vitro pharmacologists and organoid scientists. And we will move forward this as we go through the year. As I say, the kit will be installed at the end of the year. We hope to do our first screens in January. The in-house research group has also developed and helped to lead the NC3R's Tools to Technology call to develop some complex in vitro models, which could be used for CRISPR screening. It's really important to get the right models here that truly reflect the disease, but also are able to actually go through CRISPR screening. And there's some, technical requirements to achieve that. We've also had a number of high-level publications from the group, and we're building our collaborations with CRUK. So the Milner, its 3 pillars are growing. We're doing lots more every year. I think you see a lot of us from social media. And the social media is very well run by Nikki Mann. I just want to highlight also that we have a digital platform called Connect Health Tech, which can help you all connect with the people that you need to in the life sciences sector, and I recommend you take a look at that. But none of this happens without the greater Milner team, many of whom are here today, but I really want to highlight the people that you rarely hear about. So I want to highlight the administration team that keeps everything running and working in the Milner. I want to highlight the facilities team, and I'm really pleased to see some of them here today as well. I want to highlight the Connect Health team. They have, they make things happen with that digital platform that could be really exciting and useful to you. But finally, and probably the most important for today, is that I want to highlight the work of the events team and communications team run by Nikki Mann, and who made this happen. So I'd like a round of applause for them.